Hello YouTube, welcome to the top 10 best movies of 2013. Yes, it is my turn. It is December 30th and we're going to do the best, and tomorrow we're going to do the worst. And right now I had to analyze all the movies I've seen this year. I've seen a lot of movies because of you guys. And I want to thank you so much for supporting me and all this kind of stuff. Thank you so much, and I hope y'all had a great 2013. 'Cause you know what? There's 10 movies on here that I feel like did the best. Now, there's going to be some movies on here that you don't agree with. There's a couple in particular. Now, it's okay to disagree. This is my opinion. It's okay if you disagree with it, but these are my favorite movies. And there's a couple honorable mentions, so let's get the honorable mentions. Star Trek Into Darkness. Great sci-fi. I love this series. Fast and Furious 6, I loved it. Now You See Me, Monsters University, Rush, Captain Phillips, Saving Mr. Banks, Coming in Close, and American Hustle. Those are my honorable mentions. That I like those movies a lot, but they weren't in my top 10. Now, I did start reviewing June 21st. So there's going to be some movies on here that I did not review that came out in January through May. Number 10. One of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time. Great directing from James Wan, The Conjuring. Yes. The Conjuring brings back that old horror style that we all dear love. And this movie is amazing because it has great directing. It gives me creepy moments. And this movie gives me goosebumps. Very enjoyable film. Must see if you're a horror fan. Number 9. Number 9 is a movie that would be on a lot of people's higher lists, but you know what? This movie was great. Had amazing camera work, great special effects, and it really brung you in space. And yes, I am talking about Gravity. Gravity was one of the best films of the year. Totally Oscar worthy. Totally gonna win best special effects. No doubt about it. Hobbit, you were awesome, but this movie's gonna get special effects. It looked real, it was amazing, it felt in the moment. And a great camera work too by Alfonso, whatever. So anyways, Gravity, you take number 9. Number 8. This film got mixed reviews, and it was actually my first movie review, and that is World War Z. I could actually say for the first time, it was a thriller. I was actually excited. I could not believe how good this movie was. A lot of people say it was mixed reviews. I'm not seeing a lot of people on top 10 lists, but I love this movie. It's my favorite zombie movie ever. Better than the original Night of the Living Dead, but not as good as The Walking Dead. But anyway, it is a great acting from Brad Pitt, great action. Zombies you can tell they look fake, but you know what? Who cares? It's so entertaining. You kind of get over it. Number 7. This movie made me bust out laughing. I did not get a chance to review it. It sucks I didn't get a chance to review it because I talk about it a lot on the reviews, and that is This Is the End. One of the funniest movies of the year. I have it on Blu-ray. It is amazing. It's directed by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, and you know what? They are good. This movie has some good action, good special effects. Well, decent special effects. And the movie is just downright crazy. It's a good time on Blu-ray. That's why I get number 7. Number 6. This movie completely... Wow. This movie got a lot of mixed reviews. And you know what? I do not care. You might totally disagree with this movie, but you know what? I loved this film. There's a song in this movie that really just touched me. And this movie is The Great Gatsby. Leonardo, yes, he's a great actor, and he killed it as Gatsby. He didn't do amazing, but he killed it. He did a good job as Gatsby. The movie is probably my favorite romance movie I've ever seen, ever, pretty much. Number 5. Alright, these are the heavy hitters. These are these are the movies that I really, really liked. But coming in number 5, this movie actually got 5 out of 5, but you know what? It deserves a 10 out of 10, but you know what? I didn't give it because it was my... But you know what? I feel like I need to change that. And that movie is Catching Fire. What a great sequel. This sequel completely outdid the first one. This movie had great action, great directing, and especially great acting from Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson. This movie really did a good job in theaters. I think it's still in theaters. It's a really good time at the movies. You should totally go see it if it's in the theater around you. It's great. It's a great sequel. It did what it needed to do. It outbeat the first one. Number 4. Same with Catching Fire. This one outbeat the first one, and this movie was amazing. I could not believe how good The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug. It was so good. Smaug killed this movie. He was one of the best moments in the movie. I was actually like sitting there, like actually shaking and everything. This movie killed it. Great sequel, a lot better than the first one. It's still in theaters. I know it is. Go and see it. It is awesome. I've seen it twice. It is a great, great, great movie. Go and see it. Number 3. I said the 5 were great heavy hitters, but these 3, I love these films. I could not stop talking about these films, and all these movies could be number 1, but you know what? I had to put them in order. Number 3, this movie is a great thriller. It reminds you of Seven. And the ending has a great twist, and it has some great acting from Hugh Jackman. This is Prisoners. If you've not seen my review, watch it. It is a great thriller. It has a great twist, great acting, great directing. I'm surprised this movie wasn't number 1. It was going to be number 1 until 2 other movies. I just could not believe how good they were. Number 2. Edgar Wright, you did it again, and this time you brought the best one in the Cornetto trilogy, The World's End. This movie was so close to being number 1. This movie had great directing from Edgar Wright, great acting from Simon Pegg, great action, great comedy. This movie killed it. I was so anticipated for this movie, but you know what? It was better than I thought it was going to be, and that's a good thing. World's End, you get number 2. You were really close to being number 1, but there's one movie. Number 1. The best movie of 2013. In my opinion, this movie had great directing, great acting, great story, and this movie is long, and here's a hint. It was the last movie I reviewed, and yes, this number 1 movie of 2013 is The Wolf of Wall Street. Wow. I saw this movie last night, and it owned this movie. Leonardo, give him an Oscar. Martin Scorsese, you are a great director. Get another Oscar. This movie needs to win Best Picture. This movie is great. I could watch another 3 hours of this movie. And you know what? I wouldn't care because the characters are great. Jonah Hill, get a supporting actor too. I forgot about him. But anyways, yes, it is over. That is my top 10 best. Leave a comment below. Tell me your top 10. And tell me, do you agree or disagree? I know a lot of people might disagree with Great Gatsby, but you know what? It's my list. I enjoy this movie. It was a decent year for movies, I have to admit. But tomorrow, top 10 worst. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Time to subscribe. See you guys tomorrow.